Alright guys, this is for my MotiveWave users. I've finally figured out how to crack the code and get the footprint chart to look like the Sierra footprint chart. This is a footprint that is from Smash Lido. He posts really good order flow breakdowns on X. You can follow him, but he kind of popularized this like footprint style and it just looks way cleaner. So if you followed me before, this is what I was working with like the last 2 years, and if you saw my last footprint settings video, this is what it's going to look like, and it works, but this is just way better. We got the volume in the middle, the delta on the left, and then the profile on the right, which just looks way better than this one. So I'm going to go through all my settings and show you how to set it up. I already know people are going to ask me about a template, and I'm going to post my template in the description below. I can't post a file, so what I'm going to do is there'll be a link. You click that link and I have a trade offer. You give me your email and I'll give you my template. So you put your email in, and then I'll go ahead and email you that template so you can load it into your charts, and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. I would suggest kind of just not skipping the video and just kind of understanding how the settings work. So if you would like to change your colors or make some certain adjustments, you'll know how to do that. So first thing, I'm going to double click. I'm going to come to Object Viewer here, and you're going to notice the main thing is how I did it is you have to have two footprints. So if I turn off this one, you can kind of see it just has a bar in the middle, and then it has the delta on the left, and then this one has the volume in this section and the profile on the right, and then when they're stacked together, that's how you get it. So I'm going to go through the first one. So you're going to go to Study, and you're going to click All Studies, and you're going to type in imprint to find it. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through my settings one by one. You can pause the video. This is what it's going to look like. Delta volume on the first column. Display. These are the colors. I can go ahead and come over to web. If you type in this, it's going to give you the exact red that I have. If you come to this blue and you come here and you get this color code, it'll give you the exact blue. Imbalance I have turned on 300%. Profile on this one. Ladder, I don't really use that. Bid ask, show imbalance. Delta, and then this column kind of matters. Unfinished, auction, high and low. I have this label font, intermedium, histogram on the right, and then volume. And then I don't believe I use any other summary profile. Okay, that's this right profile I have on this one. So that's how you get the delta profile on the right. I have it set to delta, right, 175. Candle totals. That's going to show the delta and the volume above and below the candle. So if you want to see the total negative delta or positive delta and total volume, that's how you would do that. I don't have totals turned on this one. Nothing on signals, options, and then toolbar. So that's the first imprint or footprint. And then the second one, you're going to go and add a second imprint. And then you're going to do volume, profile, display, imbalance, profile, profile. And again, I believe I'm running the same colors if you want to copy those. Ladder, bid ask, delta, volume, label align middle on this one, and then I don't have the summary profile, and then candle totals is turned off, and then this one I have the totals at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to add volume, cumulative delta, min and max, you can do that, and that'll display all these at the bottom. It'll see volume, cumulative delta, delta, delta change. So I usually only have the total delta delta change. So you can kind of see how a candle, this one's minus 1200 to plus 225. You can kind of see the shift in the delta. Signals, options, and then toolbar. And then that's it. Now I want to actually bring your attention back to the first footprint. Come to the display. So I use color adjust levels. Some people use gradient, and if I do this, you can kind of see it changes the colors a little bit. If you do a less gradient, it makes it lighter, and if you do a heavier gradient, it kind of makes it darker. If you leave it in the middle, and you can change the colors. And again, I think I showed you these ones, but I have it set to this, and I have it set to this. And I set it to levels because as it stands, it looks fine, but when you come to levels, and I have it at 50%, 50%, 80, and 80, and just a bit darker red and a darker blue on this side. If you look at this 466, 352, 73. If I click that, it kind of shifts it so that the lower volume nodes are a darker color, and the higher delta areas are a lighter blue or a lighter red. And that's just visually so I can kind of see it and it stands out better. That's something you can mess with and change on your own. It's really just a preference thing. It's not going to like make or break anything. I just like to have it set up like that. So that's how you do the imprint. I think it's much better than this. If you're going to get the template, the preset, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the link in the description, put your email in when you click that link, and then I'll instantly email you the file. You're going to download that onto your computer. Once you do that, you're going to come to Chart Template. You're going to click Manage Templates. I think I have it saved as Sierra Footprint. So you're going to click this button right here, which is, or this one right here, Import Chart Template. You're going to click that, and then you're going to select the file, and then it's going to show up on this screen, and then you're going to load it up. That's how you import it to your Sierra, and then when you come to Chart Template, it's going to show up right here at the bottom, and you're going to have all your templates. That's how you do that. So that was a quick video. Also, one thing, I've been looking at a 30-minute footprint to kind of give like an overall view of like the session and the market, like the total volume and total delta. What I've done on this is I'll double click it to bring up the settings. I changed my tick interval to 2. So if I change it to 1, I have to do it on both. But if I change it to 1, I can actually show you what it did right there. Is it notice the difference between this left and the right? What the tick interval is doing is it's making every it's compressing it to 2 ticks. So every space is 2 ticks, or 0.50, instead of 0.25, if that makes sense. So it's a smaller footprint. So I'll just show you. If I click on that one and I make it 1, and then I come to this one, Object Viewer, and I make this one 1, it makes the footprints pretty like wide. Like I gotta kind of like really scroll up and like look at the open right here, right? These are just so fat. So if I come to Object Viewer and I come to both footprints and I change the tick interval to 2, it's gonna, instead of making it 0.25 each, which every tick is 0.25, it's gonna make it 0.50. And if I do that for each one, it's going to compress it and make it a little bit smaller, so it's easier to read. So now I can kind of bring it down like this. Now you can see it's not quite as long because we're on the 30-minute chart. So it's just a way to make the footprint a little bit smaller. We do that on NQ. So NQ is it's a 4-tick interval. So if you're using NQ, I would suggest going to 4, because if you're on 1, it's going to be really, really wide. And that's how I would look at NQ on a 160 range chart. So that is the Sierra Charts style footprint on MotiveWave. Go ahead and drop a like if it helps you, if you like this visual better. And yeah, I hope it improves your you're trading just from like a visual standpoint. I certainly enjoy looking at it much more than this thing. Man, I can't believe I was on this for so long. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.